everybody, and welcome to the Position 5 and 6 classification games of FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021 in Yaoundé, Cameroon. And it's the second of a double-header, as earlier on we saw Les Éléphants of Côte d'Ivoire lead the tournament with a win, finishing 7th place and Angola 8th. Up next, Egypt has already slain one South African giant in this tournament, and they'll be looking to repeat that with Mozambique in what should be a very, very exciting game. I'm Salale Shani together with Asher Komugisha here in the commentary booth. And Asher, we saw Mukauro with a clutch baseline basket to get them the narrow win over Côte d'Ivoire. That clip has since gone viral, but can Mozambique repeat that kind of performance against Egypt?
Well, looking at these two teams, both of them have played 5 games in this tournament. It is very, very interesting to see how they come into this game, but obviously, like I said, this is the autopilot moment of the tournament, and I think that Mozambique have what it takes. They have very experienced players, and most of these players have played against each other at club level in the FIBA Women's Club Championships. And looking at Mozambique, I think that they have a small edge here of experience, but Egypt are led by a team who have great ambitions. They're trying to build for many years to come, and so we should see a great contest of basketball.
And as Mozambique get ready to head onto the floor, they are finished 4th place in the last participation in the women's AfroBasket, and this is a team that qualified to this tournament because of that performance. So they are already underperforming from what they did in the last edition, but they want to close this one out with a win. I mean, you always want to leave the tournament with a win, regardless of it's the championship game, 3rd and 4th game, or this classification game right here. But I think that Mozambique, despite missing the presence of Donge, have really tried their best.
Mozambique have outdone themselves. They've overperformed for a team that just trained for 4 days to come into this tournament. You will see it on their faces. They're fighters, they're warriors, and that's the spirit that they'll bring into this game today.
Yes, indeed. And as Egypt check onto the floor, taking a look at the record they have against Mozambique, they've only beaten them once. And they'll be looking to change that record here. They have three players who are averaging in double-digit scoring. This is a strong scoring team. We've seen Nadine Mohamed Soraya and Ranim El-Gadawi really have a good performance throughout this tournament, and they'll be looking to maintain that streak.
You talk about Ranim El-Gadawi. It will be very interesting to see her against opposition like Tamara Seda and Gimo in that paint, and obviously Mafanela Odilia, the captain.
Well, we're going to get into that game action and take a look at their starting 5s in just a moment, but let's have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems.
Zouzou Nadège de Côte d'Ivoire et le commissaire de ce match, colonel Sam Amadou du Nigeria, délégué technique FIBA. Mesdames et messieurs, je vais vous prier de vous lever pour l'exécution de différents idées. Bien sûr, on va commencer avec l'hymne du Mozambique. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, du Mozambique. l'hymne de l'Égypte. Merci mesdames et messieurs, conditions pour le début, on se salue à distance. Bon match.
Egypt, one of the only teams to represent the Zone 5 region. Referees, let's have a look. Arbia Belgith from Tunisia, Opeyemi Ogunleye from Nigeria, and Kwaku Toussaint Niamen from Cote d'Ivoire will be our referees for the second game of the day. As we take a look at the starting five, Ingbild Mukauro is one player you keep an eye out for. Annabelle Kosa, Diolinda Gimo, Tamara Seda, Stefania Chizian will be the starting five for the Mozambican side. And coming off the bench, you'll see Mafanella and Kovane, who will be looking to inject some force in that front court. They'll be led by the head coach, Nasir Saleh, who has remained cool throughout this tournament. We've never really seen him get upset. And that's a great sign as we take a look at the starting five for Egypt. Nadine Mohammed, Soraya Degedi will be in the backcourt as Farida Abdelnabi, Hagar Amer, and Ranim El Gadawi will be in the front court. And coming off the bench is El Sharawi, who is a great rebounder for Egypt. They're led by Coach Ahab El Alfi, and I saw Coach Ahab shooting some three-point shots during the warm-up here in the gymnasium. Usher, was he a former player?
Yes, he was a former player, and he actually has one of the best upcoming players in Egypt, the daughter also called El Alfi, and she will be a force to reckon with. If she was unable to be on this squad because of age, she's still 15. And at the next AfroBasket, if Egypt qualifies, she'll definitely be one of the contenders for a place on the final 12. And looking at Mozambique in good energy there, good vibes as they get into their last game at this tournament.
Mozambique are warriors. You listen to them in the huddle and the words they exchange, and it sounds like a war cry. I think that's how they intimidate their opponents before they come onto the floor. Let's have a listen to the bench. Let's hear what Coach Saleh has to say.
Faz terceiro homem, no segundo, entra em carrossel e passa por cima, tá? Gimo por 14, tá? Atenção o flare dela, atenção o pop-out dela. Contestar, não há tiros abertos. E Tamara fica por 15, tá? Maior, mais pulsante dentro da área, ok, malta? Após o lance livre, 41, determinante, tá? E mantemos, iniciamos com homem-homem, tá? Bloqueios diretos. Primeira situação, hora do show, tá? Vamos lá, malta. Bora!
Last words of wisdom from Coach Saleh.
You talked about this team being warriors, and you've been to Maputo yourself, and you know what it feels like for these girls to be representing their nation. It is a proud moment for them. Their target for this tournament, a proud moment for them. Their target for this tournament was to finish among the top 6 teams at this tournament, so they are right where they targeted to be. If they win this game, it will be a bonus, and they'll go into this game knowing that Egypt are a very stubborn side that can hurt them, but they'll be looking to start off in great fashion here against Soraya Degedi and the North Africans.
And that's the opening tip-off. Good afternoon and welcome again, everybody, to Yaoundé, Cameroon for the position 5 and 6 classification game of the day between Mozambique and Egypt. See Mozambique already with the early attempt. They're gonna be hungry for it. Hagar Amer tries to put one up. Farida was open on the baseline for that dish. Amer can't get that one to drop either, and it's a long baseball pass to Mukauro. Mukauro can't finish it, snatches it right out of the hands of Soraya Mohammed. Couldn't finish that either. Chizian finally gets Mozambique up on the scoreboard.
That is a brilliant way to start the game for Chizian. And talking about steals, Mukauro is leading this tournament with 21 steals now.
You see Ranim El-Dawi there with the runner. She's been averaging 14 points per game, and once she gets fired up, it's hard to slow her down. Mukauro thought Seda was cutting in. Chizian gets it to Seda. Seda, just before the buzzer, can't get it to drop. And Mozambique, great steal situation here as Mukauro slows it down. Tries to get Gimo in the low post. And it's gonna be Amer who picks up her first foul. That's good desire from Mozambique.
You talked about them being warriors, and that is a great display there to prove that term.
Gimo to Mukauro. It's almost poked away by Farida. Mukauro has space to shoot. She does, and knocks that one in. Mohammed to El-Dawi on the pick and roll. She kicks it out to Nadine. Back to Soraya. Soraya with the dribble J. It's just not gonna make it there. El-Dawi fighting for that rebound. You can see Mukauro is trapped in that corner and manages to get it out to Chizian. Now Mozambique have numbers. Chizian tries to take it all the way. Soraya gets her first field goal of the game. Mukauro so dangerous on the open lane as Gimo's fouled on the way to the basket. I don't know who we should give credit to, Mukauro herself or the passer.
You have to give credit to Mukauro. Good eyes.
Gimo thought she was off, manages to roll that one in. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
You always need a stroke of luck in sports.
Gets both of those to go. And both of these teams are really great on transition offense and are comfortable running and gunning or having set offense, as we see great defense from Tamar Seda to give Mozambique another scoring opportunity. Tamar Seda down the lane. Great find from Kosa.
There's a very good pass. She got it, had an eye on the board, and made it count.
Soraya is going to allow the ball to roll out of bounds and get a better angle on the inbound. Nadine Mohammed will inbound. El-Dawi back to Nadine. Nadine just couldn't get the angle. Here comes Mukauro. She saw Gimo. Gimo didn't know that she saw her and was not ready for that pass. But you've got to keep your head up when it comes to Mukaro. You think she doesn't see you, but she does.
Well, Mukaro taking the leadership there to another level, feeding the forwards. Tamara, Seda, and Gimo, they have to expect that pass all the time.
Nadine Mohammed. And there's gonna be a foul on the floor for Farida. Pick up her first one. That's 3 team fouls for Egypt. Kosa to bring the ball up, gets it to Gimo. She's wide open on the perimeter, has plenty of time to take that shot.
And she delivers. Does make up for the other attempt before that.
Mohammed counted. No stranger to one-on-one situations. And she takes it right to Annabella Kosa. As Gimo, she feels like she has a hot hand. That one doesn't go. Kosa into Gimo. Back out to Mukaro for the long 2. And Soraya Mohammed passes to Farida on the cut. And that's great transition offense from the Egyptian side. Recognizing the delay in the recovery defense from Mozambique and taking advantage of it. Gimo from the baseline. Off target. Soraya has 2 other white jerseys. The no-look pass to find Nadine.
She loves those ones, Soraya Degadi. And it just makes basketball look so great.
It's a treat to watch as Mozambique moves the ball around. Gimo again, yes! Gimo with 6 points in this first quarter already. She's having a red-hot start. She's looking to extend that throughout this game. Soraya, step back 3. Amir tries to tip it out. As you can see, Mozambique on the push. Mukaro.
And there's nothing much that Soraya can do there. She just let her go and she'll come back to lead Egypt on offense.
I mean, who really wants to stand in the way of Mukaro on the drive? As El Gadawi can't get that one to fall, and here comes Mozambique again. You have a mismatch in the paint. Tamara Seda couldn't get a hand on that ball. She had Nadine Mohammed on her. So take a look at that. Nice replay. Mozambique with a 4-point lead. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Mukaro, too strong. Mafanella back in this game. Either checked into this game for the first time. Shizian to Mafanella. Shizian wanted the give and go. Mafanella took the shot. Here comes Egypt. And Egypt are gonna open up the floor as El Gadawi can't get that 3-pointer to go. Mukaro, she's feeling good. Doesn't translate to that 3-point shot falling. Have a substitution for Mozambique. Seda will have a breather as Kovani checks into the game. Soraya gets it to El Gadawi. El Gadawi out to Farida for the three-point shot. That's off. Nadine Mohammed with the board. And Mafanella gets it to Kosa. Back into Mafanella. Nice cut by Kovani, and the finish. Great ball movement on display here by Mozambique.
That's how you want to introduce yourself into this game, and Kovani doing exactly that.
El Gadawi from downtown, it won't go. And Mozambique are fighting for every single loose ball, every single possession. As Mukauro gets it to Kosa. Kovani wide open at the baseline. It's blocked away by Hagar Amer. El Gadawi now at the low post. Mukauro too strong off the glass, and here comes Farida. As the tempo of this game is blistering, El Gadawi fouled by Kovani. She'll earn a trip to the line to shoot two.
That's great transition there from Egypt, and they love to play that way. Mozambique have to try and slow down that transition.
Well, that last 3 minutes has been at a very fast pace. Both teams are running and gunning as El Gadawi hits her first free throw. Gets the second to go. Mafanella to Pereira. Kosa inside to Mafanella. She tries to get it to Kovani. Poked away by Farida. And Nadine.
Very good finish there from Nadine to make it 4 points for her in this game.
Kosa from downtown, she won't get it. And it's a loose ball foul called on Ingrid Mukauro.
She was too late to the party there.
Two-point game, 41 seconds to go. It's been an exciting first quarter for both sides. Soraya Mohammed has the space. She takes it. Farida keeps it alive. El Gadawi wide open at the three, and she's way off. Kovani. She thought Mukauro was attacking the basket, and she throws it out of bounds.
And it is a two-point game here. Seeing some good basketball on display.
Soraya Mohammed, she's gonna let the shot clock run down a bit. Kicks it out to Amer. Amer not gonna get it. Kosa trying to give the long pass, and a foul has been called on Ranim El Gadawi just before the buzzer. And it's going to be a shooting foul for Kosa. See a quick conversation between the referees, and Egypt trailing by 2, Mozambique have the opportunity to extend this to a 4-point lead as the referee team head to the table to confirm the time and whether the foul did indeed happen before the buzzer. You can see the clear foul there.
A bit unnecessary there from Ranim El Gadawi. She's a very important player for the Egyptians. And that makes it 2 fouls. It's too early for that.
It really is, as we get another angle there. You can see the foul, and there's about 2.1 or 2 seconds left on the clock. You can see him talking to the table, asking them to make the adjustments as Kosa prepares to shoot the free throws. Kosa cool under pressure. Two clutch free throws for Annabella Kosa.
That is impressive. She's been scoring 83% on the free throw line in this tournament. So not exactly the person that should be fouled at this particular moment in the game. But that just makes Egypt's work harder as they had cut it down to a 2-point lead. But we'll head into the timeout and listen to what they have to say. But in the meantime, both teams 100% from the free throw line, 4 for 4 for Mozambique and 2 for 2 for Egypt. That is quite impressive, thinking about how tired these teams are going into today's game.
And you're talking about them being tired, but we have to recognize that that reflection is shown from the 3-point line. Both teams have been unable to knock down those long-distance shots, and you have to wonder if they just don't have the legs to do so. I'm sure we'll see some threes later on in the game as they get warmed up and the adrenaline starts to build. But for right now, it's been points in the paint for both Egypt and Mozambique. It's important to mention the points on transition as well. The pace of this quarter has been extremely, extremely fast. Once they secure that rebound, it's a quick pass to the outlet or to someone out on the lane. As you can see, Mukauro, who has taken full advantage of that, she's really been pushing it.
Talking about that, Egypt scored 4 points from turnovers, and Mozambique are yet to score in transition in that regard. But 10 points for Egypt in the paint. There could be a lot more there, as Ranim El Gadawi, Hagar Amir, and later on perhaps Hala could be the go-to players in the paint.
Well, let's get back to the game action for the start of the second quarter. We knew this would be an evenly matched game, and so far our prediction has been correct. Here comes Soraya and Egypt to start off the second. Amer on the spin. Had 2 defenders on her, but no problem as Kovane in a lot of pain. Just taking a look at the replay.
That was a very big move from Hagar Amir to deliver the 2 points, but let's see how Kovane got down.
And if I have to guess, Usher, it looks like she overextended her knee. She didn't get tangled up with Amer.
No, it was not Amer. And the medical team tries to give her first aid there. She really could have landed badly on her right foot. As they take off her shoe. And let's look at that once again. And she's helped off the floor by the Mozambican medical team, and we wish her a quick recovery there.
I have to say, Usher, I am grateful we've not seen any major injuries in this tournament so far.
That's right. We need everyone to go back home safely and not injured.
Kosa into Kobane. Kick out to Mukaro for the three-point shot. Mukaro got it. El Sharawi now to Farida. Out to Amer. Amer with tons of space to shoot that three. Couldn't get it to drop. Mukaro to Pereira. Pereira also thought she had that three-point shot, and that's great defense from Egypt to force a turnover. Here comes Soraya Mohammed trying to find Hagar on the cut. Nadine with the runner. And Nadine, we know what a threat she is when she attacks the hoop like that. Mafanella at the wing. Gets it to Kosa. And Egypt are going to be off to the races. Oh, look at the pass from Soraya Mohammed. She is so good with those no-looks, as El Sharawi felt like she could knock that one down. It's no good. Still a 2-point lead for Mozambique.
There should be just a highlight video of Soraya's assist.
Look at that. Soraya does not need to see where her teammates are. The chemistry is so strong, the unity on this team. She knows where Nadine is going to be.
I'm sure you can do the same.
I cannot.
Do not underestimate yourself.
I just know the facts. I have to see it with my naked eye.
Oh. As we see Cavani getting the treatment on the bench.
It's going to be another review and confirmation of where the shot clock had reached. It had not been reset, and so we had the buzzer. But Mozambique certainly have a lot more time to operate on the offensive end. As you can see the rebound, that it should have reset right there.
Should have reset, and it did not reset. That's right.
So we're going to have that correction made. And Usher, we've seen these two teams really just be evenly matched up, but who do you think has the tools, or what do you think needs to happen for one side to have a significant lead and pull away?
Well, for Egypt, it has always been their defense. They have very good pressure defense where they steal the ball and run the floor on those fast breaks. And once they do that, gives them good rhythm, and then they get going. Almost exactly what Soraya just did
Tough move from Mukauro. Seda battling for the rebounds, but it's Pereira who keeps it alive for Mozambique. Mafanella kick out to Pereira for the three-point shot. Bang, bang! Pereira,
Incredible
her
finish
first field
there
goal.
from Pereira.
Amer, that spin move that she loves so much, can't get it to go, and you look at Mukauro on the push. El Shaarawy, that's good defense from her, make sure she didn't foul. And it's gonna be a foul called on Kosa. So Ryan tried to let go a quick dribble jumper, and she just tapped her on the elbow. So Raya Delgady shooting 87% from the free throw line. She's just one of those players who, if you really don't have to foul her, don't. She knocks down those two. And Egypt stay within arm's reach from Mozambique, as Farida knocks that one out of bounds. Seda, touch pass to Mafanella. Mafanella with a finish.
That's a very good, decent shot from the best line, and Mafanella will be encouraged. You can see she's feeling good about herself on defense now.
Soraya having to deal with Mafanella. Mafanella, great ball pressure from her. You can see that.
It is a captain's moment there.
Now the inbound to Farida. Farida with 5 to shoot. Tries to go up and over Mafanella. Unsuccessful. And here is Mukauro, who really has been lingering right around half court to make sure that the ball is pushed on transition. Pereira off. Mafanella with the boards. And they're going to call a foul on Nadine Mohammed. Checking into the game is Reem Musa. She did not play in the first quarter, and so she'll be injecting some energy in this game. Speaking of energy, Mafanella, she had just enough space to let load that shot, and it's now a 7-point lead for Mozambique. El Shaarawy misses badly, and here comes Kosa on the other end. Pereira just off on that shot. El Shaarawy, long pass to Farida. Farida tries to bank the shot in. And you can see Mozambique looking for Mukauro. And they find her there at the baseline. Musa, the hesitation to a cutting. Hagar Amer just couldn't close out that play. Seda to Pereira for the three-point shot. She decides to drive and dish to Mafanella. And Mafanella wasn't expecting the pass, fumbles, and ball goes the other way. As Seda goes for a breather, and into the game for Mozambique is Gimo. About 4 minutes 30 to go here at the first half. Kosa, she timed that one just right and puts on the speed to find Mukaro for the finish. As great hustle from her, great effort. And Mozambique have extended this to a 9-point lead. Timeout has to be called to stop the bleeding for Egypt.
The two players, Kosa and Mukaro, have played with each other for over a decade. They spend so much time together in Maputo off court and are very good friends in real life. So that sisterhood you can see on the court as we listen to Coach Ehab on the floor.
كلموا مفيش زون من غير كوميونيكيشن، مفيش زون من غير هاندز اب، مفيش زون من غير موف يور نيك، ما بتحركوش رقبتكم، كل الناس قاطعه، كل الناس واخده وبنشوط، بناخد الكوره ما بتجروش، مكسلين. ما تجيب اللي انتوا فيه.
يا جماعه الكوره تبقى غاليه علينا يا جماعه يلا. انتوا احسن.
Mozambique have gone on a run here in the first half of the second quarter, and now with 4:18 to play, Egypt have to make some defensive adjustments to slow down those fast break opportunities and transition points.
Mozambique is playing exactly Egypt's style here with the steals and the fast breaks.
Abdulalim to Farida, back to Abdulalim. She gets tripped up. And that's a good show of sportsmanship from Gimo. It's a slippery spot on the floor there. As Kosa brings the ball up. That's good ball movement by Mozambique, and they are rewarded as Gimo hits that perimeter J. It's now become an 11-point lead, and Mozambique have hit their rhythm. Abdulalim to El Sharawi. El Sharawi way off.
That is a very acrobatic rebound there from Mukaro.
You've been talking about team chemistry. That's it on display right there between Mafanella and Kosa, who also play in the same team in Mozambique.
Yes, the great Ferroviario de Maputo.
Egypt have been unable to convert in the last 3 minutes of play. And Mozambique look like they're just getting started, Ashra.
They are in game mode here.
And they have just put on a passing clinic for us to enjoy, to find Mukaro in the pocket for the three.
The queen of the best line. Remember that.
Musa throws it away. Coach Ahab with the three-point shot. He is 0 for 1.
Coach Ahab needs to do better before he asks his players to deliver on the court. If he cannot shoot from this distance.
But it's good to see the players and the technical team enjoying this game. Asher and I have talked about it. At this point in the tournament, the classification games, you certainly want to win, but there's not as much pressure. And it's more important to really enjoy the game and enjoy the moment. That's good defense from El Gadawi. She's rewarded for her efforts. Gets the rebound. Musa on the other end. Gets it to Farida. Farida kicks it out for the three-point shot. Mukaro gets it into Mafanella. Back out for the three-point shot. It's short. Mafanella with the rebound. And El Gadawi, she timed that one just right. That's good recovery defense from Kosa. Make sure she doesn't have that easy fast break.
That's great effort there from Annabella Kosa to play defense and deny Egypt.
Gonna have a whistle on the floor as Gimo is helped up. And the foul is on Gimo, as we have a substitution, Mafanela and Kosa to the bench, as Mabjaya and Enrique check into the game. El Gadawi manages to draw the foul from Enrique. She'll head to the line to shoot two. From Gimo.
And that is 2 quick fouls in the same possession for Gimo. And as Ranim El Gadawi heads to the free throw line, Coach Ahab will be pleased with the effort. Heard him in the timeout saying that the players were giving him 50%, and he needs them to give him at least 100%, minimum 100%. After that, they can do 1,000 or whatever it is that they want. But it's good to see that Egypt are still in this one. They've overturned the 25-point deficit in the past at the 2019 edition against Cameroon. So they are in familiar territory.
Mukaro to Mabjai to Pereira for the three-point shot. Amer manages to get the rebound, kicks it out to Norhan. Nadine tries to kiss it off the glass. And it's going to be Egypt ball. It's 36 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Been a very fast-paced game. And here we are already at the bottom of the first half as Enrique single coverage. No problem for her.
That was slow and easy for Enrique.
Musa, 11 seconds on the game clock. Pick and pop. Amer misses everything. Mabjaya gets it across half court, and that will take us to the end of the first half of this position 5 and 6 classification game. Mozambique have starting to run away with it. 38 points to Egypt's 22.
That is very low scoring for Egypt. As we look at the stats, Egypt are 0 for 12 behind the arc. Not impressive, 100% on the free throw line, but really for Mozambique from the field, 14 for 29. Mozambique with 35 rebounds. That is an absolute statement there. 15 assists as they've been sharing the ball. And for Mukaro, 11 points, 8 for Gimo, 6 for Mafanela, and 3 players for Egypt with 6 points. And that is not just good enough from the North Africans. They'll have to dig deep in that second half and probably come back to this game to fight once again for the last sense of justification in this game. And we'll be back for the second half of this game after this break.
Numéro 6 dans le second numéro, Egypt and
We have a game on our hands indeed.
Nadim Mohammed does it again.
And let's talk about the no-look pass there from Soraya.
Jumbia just couldn't finish that play, and Ramsey's long left fakes the pass, tries to go up. My God. Great defensive play from her. Mafanella gets it to Mukaro. Mukaro with a spin, finds Mafanella in the low post. And that is just great two-man play between Mafanella and Mukaro. Musa sees El Gadawi in that low post, decides to give her behind pass. El Gadawi nails that perimeter J, and what a play between Musa and El Gadawi. The no-look pass for the shot. Mukaro at the baseline, she throws a wild one up. Oh my goodness! Evelyn Mukaro!
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Good afternoon from the Palais du Sport here in Yaoundé, Cameroon. It's been an interesting game between Mozambique and Egypt. 38 points, Mozambique, Egypt 22. It's been a 16-point lead, and earlier on you saw on the screen Kovane. She had a bad fall right around halfway through the second quarter, and clear that his ankle is sprained. As we take a look at some of the game leaders, Mukauro, no surprise there. 11 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist for her, leading her team in efficiency. getting it done.
Yes, getting it done. Ingvild Mukaro, she's a fighter. And looking at Kovane there, she's received the first aid. And that will be it for her in this game and in this tournament. And looking at Egypt's game leaders, 6 points there for Nadine Amir with 5 rebounds. And really talking about Nadine, she's been incredible in this tournament, averaging 19 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 1.6 assists. And in this game so far, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist for the former University of North Carolina Greensboro player, and also the all-time leading scorer in this college. And to see her, you know, getting into the core of this team, it is really impressive how much this Egyptian side has grown in leaps and bounds over the last 4 years. And looking at Coach Nasser Saleh, he will be hoping that the Mozambican side stay consistent in this game and really try to win the game. They'll be pleased really that at this point they've limited Egypt's bench players to no points so far in this game. No player outside of the starting 5 for Egypt has scored in this game.
And that's something that has to change. They're known to be having a decent-sized bench and some effective players, so they're going to have to relieve some of the pressure from the starting 5. But really taking a look at some of the points that were also scored by Mozambique, 8 fast break points. And I'm pretty sure that almost all of those came at the hand of Mukauro, who has been flirting with the half-court line there, making sure that she's well placed for that outlet pass, and then she is off to the races.
Well, obviously, talking about Mukauro, she has the current record of the most steals in this tournament, 21 steals so far. That is incredible for a single player in a tournament of this stature. And talking about the steals, she's just not stealing the ball. She's also trying to place herself in a position where she's on the other end running and being able to score off those fast breaks. But let's listen to what Coach Nasser has to say finally before we come back for the second half of this game.
Contra zona, dependendo da frente, ok? Texas ou Mons, vamos lá.
Well, Silale, what do you think the Egyptians need to do to win this game?
You know, they only have 3 turnovers, and that makes them extremely efficient. But I think they just need to keep on swinging the ball, getting those opportunities. It's not that Egypt have not been playing well. It's just that Mozambique have been playing better.
Mozambique have been playing better, but Egypt need to play as a team, and they've clearly missed Reem Musa, their #1 point guard, who just managed to play 6 minutes and 3 seconds in that first half. That's not good enough for your #1 point guard. Let's see if she's come back to the court and see what and how she will balance out the team and make sure that they deliver, because 4 assists for Egypt is just not good enough. On the other end, Mozambique have 15 team assists.
Seda, look at that post-to-post play. Guimo is way off, but you know what? Seda's right there to clean up the boards and the putback. So Raya gets Seda off her back, goes for the floater, showing off her 3-on-3 skills as Mukauro, who you sleep for 1 second. She is on the other end scoring a basket.
Egypt are being beaten at their own game system. If they score, they need to react real quick and play defense on the other end of the court. Otherwise, Mozambique will punish them all day long.
We've had a foul for Egypt as El Gadawi will go to the free throw to shoot 2. Egypt cannot allow Mozambique to go on another run. It will be almost impossible for them to recover. Talk about the importance of third quarters as Mozambique look to bring the ball up. They're trying to trap Mukauro on the wing there. Gimo. Plenty of space to shoot. That's good defense from El Shaarawy. But it's stolen back by Chiziane.
It has become a team responsibility here for Mozambique to get into that steal column and make it count.
That's a nice pick and roll between Gimo and Kosa. Gimo gets it back out to Mukauro. And look at the passing between Mozambique, sharing the ball, finding Chiziane for the three-point shot.
That is very good play there for Mozambique. They're doing the right things. When Tamara takes an attempt at the basket, Gimo is there to fall back for the rebound, and when they get it, it's out to the guards, and Chiziane made it count.
El Gadawi all the way to the basket.
That is very good play there for El Gadawi. 10 points for the All-Tournament 5 player at the Zone 5 qualifiers.
And they're going to call an unsportsmanlike foul on Tamar Seda, as El Gadawi was trying to sprint for the fast break. It's going to be her second foul. El Gadawi misses her first free throw. Manages to get the second to go. And she is now 5 for 6 from the charity stripe. Nadine Mohammed couldn't see the basket. Way off of that attempt. Gimo with the fade. Can't get it to go. Seda with the boards, and she's been very active around the rim for Mozambique.
And that is exactly what they need her to do, to be in the right place, to give them a chance at the basket if there's an offensive rebound in that regard.
Mohammed, another beautiful assist from her to find El Gadawi. And look at her getting it done on the defensive end as well. El Gadawi just couldn't get a handle on it. Seda will bring it up. Kosa gets it to Gimo. Gimo floats a pass into Tamar Seda. And Coach Ahab having a conversation with the referee, Ogunleye. I think in the heat of the moment, he slapped the official's table. Adrenaline is a wonderful thing, Usher.
Coaching is not for the faint-hearted, I keep telling you.
Nadine tries to split the defense, and Tamar Seda will pick up her third foul.
Oh, there it is. She moved. And that movement right there indicates the foul.
Degady. Nice attack to draw in the defense. El Gadawi can't reward that effort.
As Tamara Seda cleans up. She's been incredible under the hoop today. Kosa
with another turnover. As Soraya gets the bounce and the bucket. And Mozambique have not been able to shake off Egypt. Is something about third quarters, and Egypt are fighting in this one, making sure that they stay within reach of Mozambique.
Well, so far Egypt have outscored Mozambique 11-7, and that's a cause of worry for Nasser Saleh, who's going to give them another game strategy.
Ricardo Costas, põe a bola no centro. Atenção, meninas. Eles vão continuar a pressionar o nosso base, tá? Quero os dois terem trabalho, para dentro e para fora, tá? Ou cruzem quanto antes. Quando a bola entrar, desvia o conceito dentro, tá? Vai dentro e para fora. Atenção ao bloqueio do extremo dentro, tanto do lado do indivíduo como da Stefania, tá? Abrir brecha para o meio para ver kick. Vamos lá, defender.
Well, listening into Nasser Saleh's time out there, the instructions are very clear. Take the ball through the middle on the inbound. As you know, Egypt, they like to play full court press. And that's where they need to use those screens and have Annabella Costa take care of the ball. And the screen has worked so far, with Gimo at the helm.
12-point lead, Mozambique. Chiziane, oh my goodness, she finds the bottom of the net to get Mozambique to 48 points. What a performance this has been for her as Rim Musa. The nice drive and kick. Mafanella in to Gimo. Gimo is working out in that post, and she is feeling it today, Usher.
She is feeling it, and that fadeaway just shows you exactly the Gimo that we've known for the past 1 decade, wearing this Mozambican jersey at this stage.
El Gadawi kicks it out to El Sharawi, who now has 2 back-to-back field goals.
And that's the contribution we're talking about off the bench. And Hala is delivering in the paint.
As Egypt pick up their first team out, let's take a look at the replay. Soraya Mohammed was all over Kosa. Chiziane gets a foul on the floor. And it's going to be a side ball. Kosa to inbound. Musa with a steal. And now she gets to El Gadawi. El Gadawi is going to be fouled by Mukauro. And she just timed it a little bit too wrong. She got a piece of her hand.
Egypt are doing everything possible to stay close in this game, and Mozambique know better than to be comfortable, even if it's a double-digit lead here.
Raneem El Gadawi made her debut with Egypt's senior team as an 18-year-old in the women's AfroBasket in 2015 right here in Yaoundé. She has continued to impress in the tournament as one of the top scorers for Egypt. You see Mozambique working that ball around the perimeter. Now it's into Mafanella and El Sharawi, who is promising that she did not foul, and yet there it is on your screens right there. The intensity of the game, the adrenaline, things happen in your head differently than what actually happens on the floor.
And thank God for technology, as we're able to see a replay on the screens.
Oh, Kosa saw Mafanella there, and so did El Gadawi. Another steal for her as Reem Musa will bring it up. Soraya, kick to Musa. El Sharawi wide open for the three. Big rebound, El Gadawi. It's pulled away by Mukauro, who is arguably the strongest player on the floor right now.
If you're playing a game of basketball, you need her in your corner all day, any day.
And it's going to be a jump ball. It's good hustle between El Gadawi and Gimo. And possession will stay with Egypt. Musa to bring it up. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. You take a look at Mozambique's bench points. Egypt continuing to struggle with contribution from their bench players, as Soraya, she manages to get one over Kosa, gets her own rebound, and keeps it alive for Egypt.
That is the heart and character we talked about that is necessary here.
And that's great, great basketball from Reem Musa. You can see Soraya wanted that pass for the three-point shot. Musa had the confidence to go all the way to the basket.
And that is the contribution we talked about for Reem Musa. She adds quality to the Egyptian backcourt.
And now here comes Musa again. Gets it to El Gadawi. El Gadawi with a left-handed finish. Such a valuable asset to the Egyptian side, being able to finish with both hands.
And that versatility is great for the Egyptians, as El Gadawi makes it 17 points for herself and brings Egypt within 7 points of Mozambique.
A distribuição do movimento do Warnes dentro. Vai o encontro da bola, o base. O base vai jogar ao contrário. A seguir ao segundo bloqueio do 2 para o 4. E temos que inverter a posição dentro. Trazer o base do lado contrário para que haja posse de bola no 4. E a seguir no 2 para o tiro. Tá? Meio campo defensivo, tá? Iniciamos o meio campo a pressionar a bola. Ok? Atenção, se este posto vem na ajuda, entramos em rotação defensiva do lado contrário da bola. Está a haver muitas assistências aqui embaixo. Atenção, o tempo. Falta 2 minutos e vejam o resultado. Eles não podem baixar mais, hein? Vamos lá, malta. Não podem baixar mais, tá? Vamos lá. Bora.
Well, listening in there, the coach Nasir Saleh is talking about how there's 2 minutes on the clock. They need to move that ball in the paint and assist each other. And obviously, the script remains that they should go through the middle, as Coach Ehab speaks to Soraya Degadi. A lot is expected of the captain and also of a player with her talent.
Look at the nice kick to Gimo. Gimo and Mafanella weren't able to close that one out. Soraya Mohammed from downtown. Mohammed has brought Egypt back into this game against Mozambique.
Now you see why Coach Ehab was reacting the way that he was there. And the follow through from Soraya, incredible.
And that's great defensive hustle from Reem Musa. She'll bring the ball up. Gets it to Soraya. Soraya has a hot hand. That one won't drop. As El Gadawi alone with Mukaro. Mukaro made sure not to foul.
And very good response there from Mozambique, not to rush. They're taking it easy.
Mukaro gets it to Chizian. Chizian with a reverse lay-in. She didn't have the angle she wanted on that. And Musa finds Farida. No foul. Mozambique are now gonna slow it down just a tad. As Mafanela blocked by El Sharawi. And here comes Soraya Mohammed. Can't get it to fall. Mozambique ball. And look at the rejection from El Sharawi.
That is great effort there from El Sharawi. She'll be pleased that she's contributing off the bench, and we spoke about this for the second half of this game. If Egypt are to stand a chance of winning here.
Reem Musa, what a force she has been for Egypt, and she wasn't able to let one go before the buzzer. Well, that will take us to Mozambique 52, Egypt 46. And ever since Mozambique took back the lead from Egypt, Egypt have been struggling to get even out the score and take back the lead. Is the momentum on Mozambique's side right now, Usher?
The momentum is on the Egyptian side. They've been trying to close down that gap, and you can see they're 92% on the free throw line, so they need to continue to take the ball to Mozambique in the paint, because they're sure that they will be heading to the free throw line, and they can do a great job. As we're listening to the coach, let's look at the best plays in this quarter.
Egypt, who generally are not known to be strong three-point shooters, or at least haven't been in this tournament, shooting 26%, scored the bulk of their points on transition and in the paint, and that's come mostly at the hands of Soraya Delgedi. You see her hit that field goal. Is that something that Egypt should continue, or do you think they should test the waters of beyond the arc?
Every time you see Ranim El Gadawi or Reem Musa score, you see that on the other side, Soraya Mohammed is asking for the ball, because she knows what she can do behind the arc, and that has been so helpful for her. And it really comes down to the 3-on-3 experience that she's had, as she also helped Egypt win the FIBA 3-on-3 Africa Cup 2 years ago. And she wants to continue to bring that experience into the women's AfroBasket.
Well, that experience has certainly been paying off for her. Now with 13 points for Egypt, El Gadawi at 17. The pace that this is going, Usher, it's going to go down to the wire.
And you love a game that goes down to the wire, but guess who loves it even better? Ingvild Mukaro.
She surely does. Well, so many highlight reels yesterday with that close bucket she got at the baseline. Seda now manages to bounce one in. Musa, so great with the ball handles. Great space for El Gadawi. El Gadawi off. Look at the rebound. Snatched from Mukaro. Chizian with the recovery. She gets it back, has space to take that shot, and she knocks it down. Stefania Chizian, 9 points for her.
Wow, you talk about 9 points and 3 3-pointers. Egypt have to play better defense in that regard. Otherwise, for all their efforts on the other side of the court, Mozambique will maintain this lead.
Oh, that's going to be a foul on Tamara Seda. It's going to be her third. As Farida will inbound. It's been a battle in the post between El Gadawi, and look at that. Slight lapse of judgment, and Farida just couldn't capitalize on that. And that one's going to come back to haunt her, Usher.
It will definitely haunt her as she fouls on the other end of the court.
Definitely one of those frustration fouls. Absolutely unnecessary.
She'll need to keep her head into this game, because 8 minutes is a long time in the game of basketball.
Mukauro gets it to Seda. Seda, shovel pass to Mafanella. Mukauro sees that three-point shot, can't get it to fall. Big board for Mafanella. And they're gonna call the 3 seconds on Tamara Seda. She was camped out in that paint throughout the possession, so that's a good eye from Ogunleye.
Ogunleye, usually called Ope by his umpire colleagues.
Soraya with 7 to shoot. Oh my goodness, Soraya Mohammed, a walking bucket.
Never doubt Degadi behind the three-point arc.
And then Al Sharawi on the other end with a block. She has been phenomenal defensively. And that's going to be her second.
She has 4 points in this game, Hala El Sharawi, but most of the things she's done today, you cannot find on the stats. She's been incredible playing defense against Gimo and Tamara Seda, as we see Ingvild Mukauro head off the court from a standing ovation from her teammates.
Soraya almost loses it. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession does stay with Egypt. And I'm sure Mozambique will miss the presence of Mukauro on the floor. I can see her behind the bench there trying to walk it off. Take a look at Musa inbounding the ball. Mohammed. Mafanella picks up the foul.
That will be 2 team fouls for Mozambique. They have to be careful. Still too early.
El Gadawi out to Nadine Mohammed, who's had a quiet first quarter. El Sharawi with the three-pointer.
We were talking about contribution, and Hala has literally gotten Egypt back into this one. It's a 5-point game, and Mozambique is starting to feel the pressure.
There's a good crashing on the boards from Mafanella. Fine Pereira now for the three-point shot. Look at the answer on the other end of the floor for Mozambique. They are in this game to win it, and Egypt are going to have to fight tooth and nail if they want to even the score and try and get a lead.
That was a great follow-through there from the best line.
Nadine to El Sharawi. El Gadawi fouled again. And she has earned many trips to the line in this game.
And in this tournament, she's scoring 47% in this tournament on the free throw line. And at 24 years, it is an incredible performance, really, that she scored in double digits since the tournament started. 11 against Guinea, 14 against Senegal, 10 against Tunisia, 19 against Cameroon, and 16 against Angola. And in this game, she has 19 already.
And she's on track to get well into the 20s if she continues at this pace. Pereira wants to screen. The pick and roll with Seda. Mafanella there to clean up the boards. She tries to go up with it. Great defense from El Gadawi. And now Musa trying to get a set play going. Just under 6 minutes to play in this game. El Shaarawy kicks it out to Nadine Mohammed for the three. Can't get it to drop. And Mozambique now with that 5-point lead, they're not under pressure to score quickly. Pereira to Mafanella. Mafanella, she cuts the reverse layup from Seda. Seda with her own rebound. And can't get that one to go either, but she'll head to the free throw line. Tamara Seda under pressure hits the first free throw. Can't get the second to go. Here comes Musa and Egypt. They're going to push it. Chizian now. Mozambique with the numbers. El Shaarawy.
That's
her
a great
third
block there.
And the ball will stay with Egypt. But El Shaarawy, look at that, nothing but pumpkin.
The timing was perfect for Hala El Shaarawy.
Soraya now at the wing. And then look at the block from Chizian on the other end of the floor. And they're gonna give a technical to coach Ahab Elalfi. He got a warning.
He got a warning, Alia, indeed. And has been given a technical foul. Look at that replay there as Chizian blocked Soraya Degedi. And Annabella Cosa misses. It will stay Mozambique possession.
Cosa to inbound. And an offensive foul has been called on Tamara.
And that is 4 personal fouls for Tamara Seda, but she'll stay on the court. It's 4 minutes, 31 seconds to play here.
Nadine gets it to El Shaarawy. Musa can't get it in to El Gadawi. El Shaarawy tries to find the angle. And Mafanella denies the second chance opportunity. Mafanella all the way to the basket. Another block for El Shaarawy, and it is block city in the paint for Egypt.
She has mastered the art of timing there, Hala El Sharawi.
Nadine Mohammed, no. Chizian chases down the board, gets it to Seda. And Mozambique taking their sweet time, bringing that ball up.
They have to play the clock, obviously, and try to run it down as they look to score on every of their remaining possessions. But very good defense there from Rim Musa and Ranim El Gadawi with the steal.
Soraya Mohammed will be looking to score as quickly as possible, and yes, indeed, she does.
You were talking about best line scorers, and Degedi puts her name alongside Ingvild Mukauro. And we have a 4-point game here.
Seda. She's got 2 on her. Tries to get it out to Kosa. And Mozambique are looking absolutely exhausted here, Usher. They've had to battle their way through this tournament from the first game. Group of death for them, having to deal with Angola, and
they had to play Angola, they had to play Nigeria, they had to play Kenya, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire. Those are very physical sides and the most difficult route in this tournament in terms of teams that play very intense basketball, as we listen to Coach Ehab.
هنا هنلاقي صورة كورة سبرنت يا رنيم ومعاك يا رايحة فيرست اوبشن. مفيش رنيم، مفيش اقلب الكرة الهلا هجيب بوزيشن رنيم هاي لو. لازم نجيب الباسكت ده ونمضي على الباسكت اللي بعديه. ماشي هجمتين 2 بس. هجمتين بس، مش عايز حد يكسل في الديفنس. محدش هيجيب الباسكت فينا غير تحت الحلقة نمبر 16 بس دلوقتي. لازم فايت معايا رنيم وهلب معايا هلا. يلا.
The instructions are very clear there, as you hear the coach saying "Yalla" in Arabic, meaning "let's go." And we have 2 minutes here, 41 seconds to play in the last quarter, as Egypt look to close out this game and finish 5th in this tournament.
Soraya. She's fouled by Chizian on the way up, head to the charity stripe to shoot 2, and she is second in leading Egypt in scoring with 18 points. She'll be looking to make it 20 from this line. Soraya Mohammed misses the first free throw. She's 87% from the line and one of the most reliable free throw shooters for Egypt. Manages to get the second one to go. And it's now a 3-point game between Egypt and Mozambique. We saw Egypt in this position earlier on in the tournament, and they were able to close that game out. El Gadawi. And the ball is in the hands of the player who is the most offensively minded, the biggest threat on the floor. She tries to find El Gadawi. Mafanella saw that read, and now Mozambique have numbers. Mafanella all the way to the basket.
Money in the bank as the captain Mafanella delivers off the glass. Easy 2 there to give Mozambique a 5-point lead in this very closely contested encounter.
Musa trying to keep it alive. It's gonna be a jump. And the ball goes back in Mozambique's favor.
Coach Ehab El Alfi cannot believe what he's seeing on the court as Rim Musa loses the ball and he's going nuts right there. That shows you how much important this game is for Egypt. But there's still time on the clock. 1 minute, 21 seconds to play.
Gimo, she's short. Mukauro, and she's limping, but she's still gonna put in an effort in this game as Kosa and Mafanella give Mozambique another field goal. And it's gonna be a 7-point lead with just over 1 minute to go.
It is incredible that Ingvild Mukauro is on the court, even as she limps. Let's head over to the Egypt timeout and listen to what the coach has to say.
سوريا سلاوي وسوريا خالة مصطفى عايز هنا اجريسيف سكرين رنيم هنا انزلي انزلي عايز دي تطلع اوبن شوت سلاوي اوبن شوت سوريا هنا وهنا ماشي دي او دي مفيش الرنيم هنا سبرنت تلمي قوم عليك ادي تاني السلاوي ادي تاني سوريا الكرة دي هنشوطها 3 بونت وبعد الباسكت ايه بعد الباسكت بلاك ما ينفعش تسمعوني ما ينفعش ارجع لورا في الوقت ده لازم بعد الدبل مفيش اعمل فاول بعد الدبل مفيش فاول
Soraya Degadi will be looking to get Egypt into this one right from the onset. And the instructions from the coach Ahab were very clear. Look for Anim down on the post, then open up the short, or Soraya go for the three-point short.
And look at the defensive play from Mafanella as Farida picks up another foul. Egypt with some fouls to give. They're going to want to slow down the clock as much as possible with just 53 seconds to go in this game. You can see the clear foul from Farida. Another foul for Egypt. Nadine Mohammed with a push as Chizian to inbound. They're gonna try and trap it. And take a look at the replay there. Mafanella went right into the leg of Coach Ahab El-Alfi, and it's glad to see that both coach and player are okay.
Coach Ahab asking the referee whose foul was it. He doesn't want to get into any kind of trouble here today.
Clutch free throw from Mafanella. She knows these small points will combine for a big enough lead for Mozambique to have an edge in this game.
And she delivers both on the line to give her 10 points in this game.
Nine-point lead for Mozambique. Soraya Mohammed throws a wild one, and the foul is called on Mafanella. Soraya Mohammed, no stranger to pressure, and she knows how to give her team as many opportunities to win as possible.
That's right. As the captain, she knows that this is a big one. If you're playing against a team that played in the Olympic qualifying tournament, one of two from the African continent, the other being Nigeria, you have to give everything. You have to dig so deep if you have to beat them. And it is 32.4 seconds on the clock. As the referees have a word, they'll look at the official review.
take a look at the replay.
Oh yes, that was a foul, of course. It will be shooting 2 for Soraya Degadi as she prays, saying Bismillahi Rahmanir Rahim in Arabic.
And what does that mean, Usher?
If you need Arabic lessons, I will teach you, ma'am. After the game, though. Is that a deal? Or yes or no?
No. I
Oh,
want to know what it means now.
It means in the name of God, the most gracious and the most merciful.
Well, it's working for Soraya Mohammed, who's hit 2 of those free throws, and she has the chance now to make this a 6-point game. And she does. 3-possession game. Kosa loses it. Mohammed now with the ball. She's fouled again from the 3-point line. And she'll go back to the charity stripe to make this a 3-point game.
That is incredible leadership there from Soraya. But first, Hala had great eyes there on defense before Stefania fouled Soraya. She'll be hoping to score all of them. The first one is in. And we have a game on our hands.
Yes, we do.
And the second. Are you counting?
She's now 5 for 5 from the line in the last 10 seconds of play. Can't get the third to go. Kosa now gets it to Chizian. Chizian wide open for the lane. And Egypt have to call a timeout.
That was easy from Chizian. And wow, what a game. Nurala seems to think that it was a walk or a travel, but nope.
Let's head to the bench and hear what Coach Ahab has to say.
وين طلع الكورة من هنا؟ ماشي؟ سوريا هنا. هالة ورنيم. ماشي؟ فيكا سوريا هنا. وسبرنت بين الاثنين. عادي الاثنين لازم تطلع هنا فاضية. السلعاوي هنا. ها؟ دي هتروح هنا سلعاوي. هنا سبرنت. خد ولف هنا شيطان. يلا بينا.
Well, looking at this so far, you have to give it up to Egypt for what they've been able to achieve in the last 2 minutes of this game to keep their hopes alive. Coach Ahab can be absolutely proud of the effort today as Farida heads over to inbound the ball.
Mafanella, big defensive move from her. Mukaro taps it out to Kosa. No foul call. And finally, Mozambique get one from Farida. 7 seconds to go. Usher likes to call it malaria time.
Malaria time.
And why is it called that in Uganda, Usher?
Well, because everyone is under pressure. You cannot think straight. It's crazy. It's about instinct, and you have to make a decision in a split of a second. As the Mozambican bench looks on, Tamara said a very content with the way things are going so far for her side. And Mozambique are not going to try and foul here. Nope.
They put just enough pressure on Farida to miss that 3-point shot. And Mozambique, you can see Seda smiling. They are happy that they can walk off this floor with a win under their belt. In this game, as the final score there, Mozambique 69, Egypt 62.
Incredible performance there from the Mozambicans. They control the rhythm right from the start. And you look at the statistics there, 43% from the field, and out-rebounded Egypt 60 as compared to Egypt's 32, 24 assists. And what a performance from Mozambique. They'll be impressed. Ingvild Mukaro, 15 points, Chizian with 14, and Gimo with 10. But Soraya Degade's 24 points were not enough to help Egypt in this game, and Ranim El Gadawi with 19. But overall, they will be very pleased with the performance.
They will indeed, as we see some of Soraya Mohammed's field goals, but really it was the joint effort from Mozambique with 4 players in double-digit scoring. Chizian with 12, Gimo 10, Mafanella 10, and Mukaro at 17. The engine of Mozambique willed them back into this game, and they get this win.
For a team that trained for only 4 days, Mozambique will be pleased with that performance. Their target was to finish among the top 6 teams at this tournament. They finished 5th, and for Egypt, they'll be looking to continue this program with these very young players, and obviously a continuation of their program with the former assistant coach of Team USA, Michelle Clark, who's gotten so many of them playing in colleges in the US, including Ranim El Gadawi, Nadine, and Miral, who was unable to make it here because of study commitments at the University of Western Kentucky. It is absolutely also a good thing to see Egypt, who came into this tournament as a wild card from the Zone 5, finishing in 6th place at this tournament.
It's definitely a moment of pride for Egypt, and now it is clear the positions 5 to 8. Mozambique will finish at 5th, Egypt 6th, Cote d'Ivoire 7th, Angola 8th, and it's a fitting way to close out the day here at the Palais des Sports, Usher.
It is a befitting way indeed as we prepare for the final showdown tomorrow. Cameroon playing for 3rd place against Senegal in a repeat there of the 2015 final of the women's AfroBasket, and the big one, Nigeria looking for a three-peat as they take on Mali, the youngest team at this tournament.
Well, we give a very, very big congratulations to Mozambique. Finished 4th place at the last AfroBasket and just going down 1 slot in this one. It's been a competitive tournament, and that is the final score on your screen. Once again, Mozambique 69, Egypt 62. Usher is giving you a heads up of the great game lineup for tomorrow. I can guarantee that you're going to be getting some great African basketball content as the top teams on the continent go head-to-head. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us from the FIBA team and myself. You have a lovely rest of the day.